Hello, little queer people on my phone, and straight people too. Today I'm continuing the quest to fix my Space Invaders arcade machine. I have the board out of the machine, and I'm going to test continuity from pin 12 on the CPU to pin 16 on the 72-pin connector. I'm going to do that using my multimeter. And when that inevitably tests good, because that's what everything does, I also have a printed circuit diagram and a logic probe. So please follow me as I follow the crystal clear instructions that are set out before me. Well, doesn't that look professional? Is this going to stay up? Ooh, not really. I'm on the wrong mode anyways. There we go. Beep at me when you make continuity, please. Okay. It's making noise. So, this is pin 1. You cannot see that. Let me turn you ever so slightly. Oh, okay, Yeah, okay, good. Pin 1. And pin 12 is down in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Got it. I still see it. Okay. I have my multimeter probe on pin 12. And now I'm going to go to the back of the board and test pin 16. Oh, this one's labeled. Good. Well, nice. I'm glad. I'm actually happy. That is a good thing. That's one less problem to have. Okay, well that's wonderful news. We have verified that the reset pin, pin 12 on the CPU, has continuity through all the traces to number 16 on the 72-pin socket, which I tested on the daughter board itself, which verifies the connection to that as well. So I'm going to call that pretty good for now. Next, I'm going to measure, using my new fancy tool, a logic probe, whether or not the CPU is getting a clock signal, which it gets from pin 10 and pin 15 on the C5 Intel 5245, or whatever that is. So let me bring the board back up here so I can show you on the board what that actually looks like. Okay, 3245 is that one. It's that one. You can't read it, but I read it. It's that one. So we should have continuity from this chip right here, specifically on we're in the no vertical line section. Check clock driver 3245. Output pins 2, 7, 10, and 15. Okay, so this one right here should be 2. The 7 is on that side too, and then 10 and 15 should be on this side. I'm going to check if we have continuity, just don't mind me, from 10 and 15 all the way to pin 22 and 15 on the CPU. And that is going to look like this. Well, I'm not going to snap, I guess. You'll see it when I set it back up to actually check. Okay, here we are. I've set up on pin 15, and I'm going to go to pin also 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, hello? Oh, I counted that wrong. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 15. Yes. No. Please hold while I look up a datasheet on this pin, or on the CPU. Not CPU, on the clock chip. Okay, I am glad I looked. I did it slightly wrong. It is pin 1 on this side, 8, over the 9, then back up, which means pin 15 is actually the second pin down on this side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 15. I probably counted wrong again. I'm on the wrong pin this time. Interesting. Very interesting. That should be beeping, I think. It says it's connected. Ooh, no, it's going through a resistor, though. Is that gonna fuck things up? Does that fuck things up? It might mess things up. Just in case, I'm going to check on the bottom of the board. Because at least one of these pins is kind of easy to find. Okay. Yeah, that's the one. 'Let's see. Okay, that's that pin, which means shift this up a little bit here so you can actually see what I'm seeing. I lost it again. Okay, this pin should go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow. That's quite the pickle. I'm going to go ahead and search that really quick. Well, actually, no, let me check 10. Pin 10. Pin 10 goes to pin 22. Okay. This is not the best way to do this, I'm sure, but it's a way to do it, and therefore it's what I'm doing. 9, 10. Okay. 22. Oh, okay. I see on the multimeter there is actually a thing. It says you'll have to take my word for it. It's going like -5 or something like that. Which I guess if I go like to there and then to there, it probably should be like positive. Maybe. Yeah, it's not continuity. So there. So that's good, I guess. I don't Oh, okay, we're just going to send them. I'm going to put it back in and then check to see if that clock is outputting stuff. I can't think of anything else to do. Well, if you think this looks sketchy and precarious, you're right. You're right. So I'm going to fix that with painter's tape. Well, electrical tape, actually. Look, I'll be perfectly honest with you. The painter's tape solved no problems and made more problems. So that's great. I'm just going to reach my head in there, I guess, and that's really sketchy, but that's the only way I can seem to get it to do right now, to work. Okay, you didn't see this because I tested it when you weren't looking, but I got signals on some of the pins, and now I'm checking. So 16 is low. Okay. I'll see if I can show you this. So we're looking for outputs on 2, 7, 10, and 15. So 2, 7, 10 doesn't seem to have anything. And 15 has this. So I'm going to check pin 22 and 15 on the CPU to see if we have anything. 22 is the bottom. High. Okay, let me look at the instructions and see what that means. Well, it's definitely still very much wrong, but it's different, and that's kind of an improvement? Maybe? Well, it was proving very, very difficult to film in there. So, I'll tell you what I came up with. Pin 10 was low in pulsing, but a very slow pulse. And 15 was sending info. 2 and 7, I'm pretty sure they were doing what they're supposed to. They were sending stuff. But I checked the inputs, and it seemed like I was missing some inputs. And the ones I was missing specifically were coming from this B5. So, I am going to double check, but most likely try and find this 7474 or L574. This chip right here, this 3245, and likely to hedge my bets, probably a new CPU just in case, an 8080. And I'll let you know what that all comes out to.